One of the biggest issues players all around the world face is their inability to control their slice. This week, I'm going to tell you why it happens and what you need to do in order to stop hitting the golf ball off the golf course on a daily basis. All right, if you're a slicer, you first have to understand the root cause of that issue. Now, it all boils down to how your face is interacting with the path, okay? So generally, your most common slicer is the player who has a path that is cutting way across plane with a club face that is wide open. So that's what I see about 80% of the time. Now, it's not always the case. There can be the player that's dumped under and hitting that mega block slice, block fade. That is another issue that I see more out of good players that are going through a little bit of a struggle. But generally, it's the over-the-top path. So in order to fix a slice, the first thing I like to have my players do is learn how to control their club face. Now, if we think about it, when we set up, the club face is pointing at the target and the path is neutral, that golf ball is going to go dead straight. If you can zero everything out, you are going to achieve your objective of hitting a straight shot. If you guys are enjoying these videos, please like, comment, and hit the subscribe button. We're building a great community here, and I appreciate everyone's support. Now, most players have some curve to their golf shot, which is perfectly normal and okay and good. It gets out of control when the face is causing major issues because it is way too open or way too close to the path. So we're examining the slice. Now, the big balloon slicer is coming into impact with the face so open and adding loft that they hit that high, spinny, fall-off slice. Now, a lot of times that ends up at someone's backyard, but if not, it's going in the rough, and it's generally not going far enough for a player to be able to play good golf. So we need to understand what we need to do with the club face and how to get it under control early on in transition. If we think about it, when we get down to club parallel in our downswing, okay, we want this club face matching our spine angle. That's going to allow us to turn and have a square face. Right there, that face is pointed at the target, okay? If we get in here, most slicers are going to have that club face way behind their hands, and they're going to try and do something to square it up. I notice a lot of players get in here and just start scooping and throwing loft. So then they start hitting the high slice, and if they're able to square it up, they just hit that high balloon ball that doesn't go anywhere. So we want to be in a position where we can keep our hands forward through the strike with the club face square. One of the keys to being able to do that would be getting in here and getting the grip strong enough in order to control the club face. If you have a weak grip, you're going to need to be able to turn the wrist way down. Now, that's a matchup that a lot of elite players do. If you look at Matthew Wolff, he's getting tons of flexion out of his wrist. And if you look at Max Cooper, one of my players, he gets into a position where he has a more neutral grip and adds flexion in the downswing. Perfectly fine way to do it if you're capable of it, but most golfers would struggle to hit that position. So the average golfer probably needs to get a stronger grip on here, feel that it's matching the spine angle here, and then feel their chest rotating, which is going to put you in a position where your hands start getting forward and you're de-lofting the golf club. Now the balloon is gone. And if you get that face square, you're able to hit the straight shot. Now, if we start examining why players are more prone to hit slices, we have to look at what the body's doing, okay? A lot of players struggle in transition with keeping the shoulders too level. That throws the hands too far out, and it puts us in a position where the path is going to cut across the golf ball. Now, when we see the path cutting across the golf ball, the general rule of thumb is the player is going to open the club face, right? If you open the club face, that gives the ball a chance to move back towards our target. Generally, we see players are mentally able to try and make the correction to solve a major issue that they have in their golf swing. You know, Sean Foley likes to refer to it as removing the tumor. If you can remove the reason that you need that compensation early on and fix your pivot and get yourself in a good position where the club is coming more down, you are going to be in a much better position to just rotate through, and you won't need that Band-Aid later on. But the path moving too far out because the shoulders go level is a major issue I see in the everyday slicer. Now, another major issue that I see in golfers is that they start pulling their hands down and the shaft gets really steep out here, okay? If you start out racing your pivot with your arms, it's going to put you in a position a lot of times where the club head starts flailing too far out and then we have to cut across and compensate, open the face later on, okay? So you need to learn how to manage your arms in relation to your pivot. Keep everything more in, turn back, keep it tight, and that's how you control your pivot and put yourself in a position where you're not going to be looking at the massive slice every time. All right, just to wrap everything up, we need to see as a golfer, do we have path issues that are leading to us opening the face, or do we have face issues just coming down immediately, okay? Or do we have both? If that's the case, we need to find ways to improve our path, improve our face control, improve the way our body moves and our arms move, and we will be in a position to get rid of our slice. If you watch our video on Tuesday, I'm going to come out with tons of drills that will help every player improve their path, face, and pivot moves, and I hope to see you there. Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.